Do you have a headset that works?
Nope. The one. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM Attleboro. I'm Justin Ferrer, aka the Sportsmaster, and now a commercial. This segment of 4 Deep Sports Talk is made possible by the generous support of Diesel Direct. Diesel Direct, the national fuel resource in 46 states, boosts a fleet of over 900 fuel delivery trucks. 4 Deep Sports Talk would like to congratulate Diesel Direct on its 25th year anniversary. Thank you, Diesel Direct, for your unwavering support, helping provide a platform for high school and youth athletes in southeastern Massachusetts.
There we go.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's continue.
Let's continue. That was the Sportsmaster, Justin Ferreira. I'm Dominic Damiano, back from my back injury, but still sore. The main man, what's the I forgot the nickname I gave
Matt
you.
the Hitman or something.
Matt the Hitman, that's right.
Matty the Hit, yeah.
Matt the Hitman Clayman is on the board doing all the engineering. Luce Cabral is on assignment. She's doing something for Bristol Community College. And Catherine Conley, our new paparazzi, well, I guess she also has some other name she wants, paparazzi or consultant or something, media, something like that.
Paparazzi
right?
in training, I don't know.
Yeah, something silly like that. So Catherine Conley, she actually has a basketball tournament. So, and I was talking to some of my friends earlier about how I was going to rant and rave about the MIAA, and I'm going to do that in a minute. But first, on this free-form Saturday, if you're watching us on 4 Deep Sports Talk via the WARA Facebook and YouTube page, welcome. If you're listening locally on the air, and the podcast, the audio podcast through our website, we'd also like to welcome you here on this Saturday afternoon. So, with that being said, we have a bunch of highlights. We're recapping Friday scores. We started our 5th anniversary of the 4 Deep Sports Talk, girls and boys, coaches and players basketball award ceremony that will be coming up on the 20th or the 19th, both subject to change. And then last week, the committee got together and we decided to change the Lifetime Achievement Award to the Hall of Fame. And I think that adds a little bit more a little more glitz to it. I don't know if we want to call it glitz, but a little more sparkle to the whole thing. So that part of our website is going to get changed. That's going to be all done over with all the Hall of Famers and, with their bio and stuff like that. We have 2 more going in. We have Bob Fisher from Marshfield High School. He's still coaching. He's been there since God knows when. And Jim Kelleher from Abington, the old football coach. So they're going to be the first 2 inductees in the Hall of Fame. We want to congratulate them. I have the count of the votes, and as far as I touch back on the basketball ceremony coming up in April. Of course, I asked Maddie being an intern, come on, you up and puts just as good as anybody else's. He also, of course, covers a lot of Hockomock. Well, the Taunton area, whoever Taunton plays.
I see a lot of the teams, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Sportsmaster, he has his input along with Luce Cabral, Catherine Conley, myself, Mark Vasconcelos from the Enterprise, Tom Joyce from the Quincy Sun, and of course Nate Rollins from the Whitman Hanson Express and the Boston Globe, helps with the Boston. He helps us out, helps me out a lot with this as far as ideas. And Adam Sheehan and John Luck from Bridgewater Access TV. So and Josh Perry from the Hockomock Sports. So we have a big committee. We have a lot of votes, a lot of inputs, makes it a lot more fun. So with that being said, I'm going to start with the boys' rundown, and then, excuse me, I go with the Don't ever say Dom. That's so bad. So Matt the Hitman claiming he has the girls. So here are your results from boys Friday night. Bay State Conference against boys. Milton, Brookline, they're going to tip off today at 6 p.m. Other results from the Bay State Conference: Natick over Framingham, 45-33. Needham over Weymouth, 73-61. Braintree over Walpole, 47-46. Cape and Islands, Dennis Yarmouth really takes it to Falmouth, 60-38. Barnstable does the same thing to Nauset, 52-34. Monomoy beats Cape Cod Academy, 48-49. Catholic Central Archbishop Williams beats St. Mary's 67-58. Cathedral beats Cardinal Spellman 70-65. Staying in the Catholic Conference, Bishop Stang played Bishop Fenwick. It was 57-49 Stang. Bishop Fian beats Arlington Catholic 79-44. Catholic Conference, because it's the larger conferences. Severian beats Malden Catholic 75-44. Catholic Memorial beats St. John's Prep 77-43. BCI beats St. John's of Shrewsbury 64-55. Results from the Hockomock. Franklin stays almost perfect with another big win. Hockomock win with a 72-53 win over King Philip. Mansfield over Foxborough 56-38. Taunton, Matt actually covered that game for the high school. They beat North Attleboro 87-58. Canton, Sharon beats Canton 65. Canton beats Sharon 73-65. Moon Renlong staying in the Hockomock boys basketball. Oliver Ames over Stoughton 57-48. Attleboro over Milford 65-49. Mayflower. Let me see. It looks like Bristol Plymouth is going to Joseph Case High School. Will tip off at 6:30 today. And Holbrook beats Calvary Chapel. Oh my goodness, 88-46. Patriot League. Situate over Quincy 63-41. Whitman Hanson over Hingham 70-49. Marshfield over Silver Lake Silver Lake over Marshfield 59-57. I just fixed one of my own mistakes. Pembroke over North Quincy 75-64. Staying in the Patriot League, Duxbury over Plymouth North 61-46. Plymouth South over Hanover 65-56. South Coast results: Wareham over Greater Bedford Volkers, a big one, 92-52. Southeastern over Seekonk 67-49. Old Rochester over Apponequid 78-62. South Shore League, Abington over Carver 64-50. Cohasset over Mashpee 58-51. Staying in the South Shore League, Middleborough over East Bridgewater 56-55. Norwell over Rockland 27. Randolph over Sandwich 54-41. Southeast Conference, Durfee just gets by Brockton High with a 60-56 win. New Bedford does the same over Dartmouth 62-59. Tri-Valley, we'll finish it up with the Tri-Valley in boys basketball. Hopkinton over Norwood, 73-60. Westwood over Ashland 48-32. Medfield over Holliston 74-39. Medway over Dedham 53-43. Finishing up here, boys basketball, Tri-Valley, Dover Sherborne over Millis 67-62, and Norton over Bellingham 55-45. And the Hitman's going to take us out with the girls' results.
Great job, Dom. That was a lot.
I tried.
Girls basketball, we're starting off in the Bay State. Framingham over Natick 44-29. Walpole beats Braintree 54-51. Brookline over Milton 37-35. Needham loses a close one to Weymouth 54-49. Cape and Islands, Barnstable over Nauset 55-45. Falmouth over Dennis Yarmouth 32-30. Falmouth Academy over Rising Tide Charter 37-25. Nantucket beats Sturgis East 49-23. St. John Paul over Martha's Vineyard 47-23. We have Cape Cod Academy, who lost a close one to Monomoy 39-26. Catholic Central, Bishop Fian over Arlington Catholic 56-27. Bishop Fenwick over Bishop Stang 79-19. Cathedral over Cardinal Spellman 79-20. St. Mary's over Archbishop Williams 69-40. And the Hockomock, Foxborough over Mansfield 50-41. Oliver Ames over Stoughton 71-47. Attleboro over Milford 54-45. Patriot, Hanover over Plymouth South 55-43. Pembroke over North Quincy 70-66. Plymouth North beats Duxbury 47-45. Whitman Hanson over Hingham 59-50. Silver Lake over Marshfield 56-35. We move to the South Shore. East Bridgewater over Middleborough 61-38. Abington loses a close one to Carver 51-45. Norwell over Rockland 66-30. Cohasset over Mashpee 30-26. You move to the southeast. Bridgewater Rainham over Andover 34-30. Durfee loses a close one to Brockton 35-32. Dartmouth beats New Bedford by 10, 69-59. And the Tri-Valley Medfield over Holliston 74-39. Norwood over Hopkinton 41-17. Westwood over Ashland 41-32. Norton beats Bellingham 68-31. Millis over Dover Sherborne 44-36. And Medway beats Dedham 61-29.
And there you go. And we're still good for the quarter.
We're good. We're all set.
All right, so now the sports master, he has some results from boys basketball, and I went away. Yeah, I went away. All right. Yeah, separated them up a little bit so we all can have something. A couple highlights. We all have 5 apiece, and the sports master is going to let you know who won, who lost, and what the recap said.
Do I have enough time?
Well, you know what?
Paper?
I think maybe we should take a break first. I think we'll do that. So you've been listening to WARA 1320 AM 40 Sports Talk. We'll have headlines and highlights after the break. Hello, everyone. You've been listening to 40 Sports Talk, WAR 1320 AM on a Saturday. Another free-form Saturday. We don't have a guest in today, but that's all right. We're plowing through these headlines.
We're making it work, baby.
We are making it work. And you have Matt Clayman on the board, Justin Ferrer at Sportsmaster, and Dominic Demiano makes his triumphant return. Back to the board. So Justin was about to read us some headlines here, so you can go ahead with that. You want music?
Sure. Why
Of
not?
course he does.
You can't do it without the music. So
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. In boys basketball, here are the highlights. Needham 73, Weymouth 61. Brian Colingen 23 points and Devin Darlamaggio 17 points paced the Rockets 9-4 to a Bay State Conference win. Cathedral 70, Cardinal Spellman 65. Trevon Fields delivered 22 points and 8 rebounds as the Panthers netted their 4th straight win in the Catholic Central matchup. Bishop Fian 79, Arlington Catholic. Oh, well, they tried. Phil
That's nice.
Bethel and Danny Fessy each scored 13 points in Catholic Central League home win for the Shamrocks 5-7. Attleboro 65, Milford 49. Lenarian Rodriguez posts 23 points and 7 rebounds, and Hayden Crowley recorded 20 points and 4 assists in a Hawkmock League. Kelly Rex victory over the Bombardiers 10-5. Whitman Hanson 70, Hingham 49.
Ham.
I'm
going to get you that slang word. I'm going to get all the slang words in for you.
The Panthers clinched their 10th Patriot League title with a Canadian Division triumph.
And that is the 16th straight time Whitman Hanson has made the postseason.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Impressive.
All right, so this is continuing on with boys basketball as we do a little wrap-up. So here's another great game. Number 1, Franklin, 72-50 through over King Philip, which everyone already heard us say earlier. Caden Sullivan notched in 20 points. Andrew O'Neill tallied 19. and Brady Herden added 15, lifting the number 2 Panthers to 15-1 in a Hockomock win over in Rentham. Duxbury. Now we go to the Patriot League. Duxbury 61, Plymouth North 46. Zach Falls, Liam Burns led the way with 14 points. 14 points each as the Dragons improved to 8-6 with a big Patriot League victory. Staying in the Patriot League, this time Plymouth South 65, Hanover 56. Senior Justin LaChance 23.6 assists. And the freshman, this is inspirational for Plymouth South. Logan Valgring, 19 points, 11 boards. Double. Started in the Patriot League win over the Panthers 8-6. Staying in the Patriot League again. Situate 63, Quincy 41. Michael Porter 30 points. Brian Good 10.6 rebounds. And Roman Glowick 6 points, 13 rebounds. Lifted the Sailors to 14-3 in Patriot League win. Finishing up in the South Coast, Southeastern 67, Seekonk 49. Tristan Ortega scored 18 points and Seth Hayes had 16 points for the Hawks. They evened their record at 7-7. Of course, it was a non-league game, even though it was listed under the South Coast, because Seaconk's from the South Coast. And I know the Hitman has some more. He has some more results.
Some more boys. Here we go. Abington beat Carver 64-50. Connor Peace had 27 points in that one. Grabbed 6 rebounds for Green Wave. It was 11-5 in the South Shore League win. Tyler Stady added 15 points, and Kingston Maxwell added 13 and 7. Norwell beat Rockland 79-27. Connor O'Hare had 21. Ronan Coffey 14. Scored in double figures for the Clippers for 15-1 in a South Shore League win. Norton beat Bellingham 55-45. Jake Ogilvy just missed a double-double, nearly 15 points, 9 rebounds to lead the Lancers 7-7 to a Tri-Valley League small victory. Ethan Rodriguez and Sean Clary each added 11. Medway beat Dedham 53-44. Caden Reisman and Brendan McNamara each had 10 for the Mustangs, or 8-7 in a Tri-Valley League win. And finishing up with Dover Sherborne, who beat Millis 67-62. Senior Jonah Windle had 21-14, added 14 in the second half. Senior Mason Melchionda scored 11, and senior Chris Kiesling came off the bench and added 8 and 11 rebounds in a Tri-Valley League win for the Raiders, who are 9-7 now.
Excellent. So now we'll switch over to girls. We'll go counterclockwise. And then, you ready? Okay. I meant to say ready, Sportsmaster, but I forgot what I was saying. Getting ahead of myself again. All right, here we go. His girls results. Some girl highlights, Silver Lake. We'll go back. Patriot League. Silver Lake 56, Marshfield 35. Kelsey Zanger produced 13 points, 13 rebounds. Is a double W talking about earlier. To power the Lakers, unfortunately 5-10 to a Patriot League triumph. We go South Shore League. Shayna Gardner tallied 17 points, and Shayna Omen netted 14 points as the Lady Vikings improved to 9-5 to secure the South Shore League win. Now we go over the Southeastern Conference. Bridgewater Raynham, big non-league game, and we talked about these scores earlier. Bridgewater Raynham 34, Andover 30. A late three-pointer from Caden Strasburg, a team high for 13 points for her, and a clutch free throw from Brenna Woodbury. 9 points, 8 rebounds for that young lady. In the defense stand with number 12, Andover. Andover was going into this game 12-3 without a field goal in the final 7 minutes. Propelled the Trojans, who are now 11-3 to the non-league win. And here's what Coach Seavey had to say, who's also a nominee for 4 Deep Sports Talk Girls Basketball Coach of the Year, and she actually won it the first year. She says, it was from start to finish intense, passionate, and competitive. Says Cheryl Seavey, the BI coach. There were ebbs and flows, and there were huge moments for both teams at the end of the day. A game like this is only going to help both teams after Andover built a 2-point edge in the fourth quarter. The Trojans locked in defensively, by stepping up their defense, communication, which everyone knows is big. They sniffed out the the Andover set, stepping up their defense communication, and found a way to stop them late. So that was that's a big write up by I believe it was Jim Seavey, who does all the stats for the Lady Trojans. Another Southeast Conference highlight here. And there's no shock to anybody, at least for this year. Dartmouth 69, New Bedford 59. Kate Cheeseborough, who was actually leading the voting.
Big name, yep.
Big name in girls basketball, notched 23 points. Caitlin Zuba tallied 16 points, and Kate Sullivan added 12 points, lifting the number 20 Indians, who are 14-1. We're going to talk about those stats in a minute. In the Southeast Conference win. I can just feel my Dana getting up. All right, we'll go Tri-Valley girls basketball. Another result, Medfield 74, Holliston 39. Nia Agriella notched 19 points. Mary Palladino tallied 11 points, and Tess Back added 10 points, lifting the number 4 Warriors, who are now 14-1, good for them, to a Tri-Valley win. So that's as we start off girls basketball, and I know the Sports Master has a couple results from girls basketball as well.
Correct, I do. So we have Framingham 44, Natick 29. Ali Regan 14 points, 7 steals, 7 rebounds. I got to say, I'm impressed with that.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got a call.
We do get a call. Do we have a call?
Looks
We
like
blinking?
Yep, we're blinking.
All right, so it hits the light. It hit the light.
We're going to pause.
Yep. Bang. Hit the button. Bring up the volume. I'll shut this. I don't know how that came on. Hello, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good, sir. Thank you for the call.
So I wanted to ask, what is your problem with the MIA? I think they do a pretty good job.
Well, I'm going to go over some of the standings, and if you recognize any of these teams, and you look at the point differential, it's pretty overwhelming how they match these up by strength of schedule. It's really, they go by average margin, opponent's rating. Of course, they rate them, and then an overall rating. And if you look at some of these teams, it's almost like they pick them out of a hat. That's what it seems like. And I'll give you an example, Carl. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is Division I girls. Usually what they do is they'll play the field of 32, which you being a fan, you probably realize that, caller. Bishop Feen is 12-2. Wachusett is 14-0. Springfield Central is 12-2. Woburn, I'll actually give you the top 10. Woburn Memorial is 12-2. Wellesley is 10-3. Andover is 12-2. Central Catholic is 11-3. Weymouth is 10-4. Lexington is 10-4. Belmont is 10-5. Bridgewater Raynham is 10-3. So why isn't Bridgewater and Raynham rated 7th? Right, just off the top of your head. That's 11. I'll actually go down further. Needham 9-3 at 12. Framingham at 13 is 8-5. This is if the playoffs were to start today. Winchester 10-6. Lincoln Sudbury 10-3. Hopkinton 9-5 at the 16th spot. Chelmsford 8-6. And here's another one that throws a wrench note. This is a tragedy. Number 18, Taunton, the Lady Tigers are 12-3. 12-3. Why ain't they in the top 10? Hopkinton, Quincy, 13-3. Why ain't they in the top 10? And then finishing on Newton North is 6-4. And I won't go through some of these other towns, but you can look at number 23. They're 11-2. Okay, that's a tragedy. You have, I'll actually say it, Methuen, 9-5. So you have some of these teams that are probably going to get preliminary play because of the stupid power rankings.
I want to know the formula.
Yeah,
How do they
I want
calculate that?
and I know they go. I understand. A friend of mine mentioned this morning. They're trying to justify points for, points against. He didn't really come out and say that, but that was, that's what I heard. But caller, don't you agree that's kind of wrong to some of these schools that battle out the playing these? I mean, remember you're also going to have male enrollment, right? Because some of these schools are bigger, right? Like Bristol Plymouth next year, they're building their school. So Bristol Plymouth, because of the size of their school now, they might as well go in the Patriot League to compete because of the size of their school. But no one knows.
I think you're making some good points here. So I had a couple of things I wanted to raise real quick.
Yes.
Among other things. But so Newton North and Newton South, they've really gotten screwed because of this teacher strike, right? Like, how does that impact them in the rankings? Because there's no athletic competition going on.
No, that's true. That's the other thing with the teachers' strike, and the kids are missing out on their education, and they're probably not. I don't know this, but they're probably not competing. I should justify that because if you're not in school learning,
yeah, everything's been affected. There's
Yeah.
sports, the college for the seniors.
and here it is right here.
Yeah.
Newton North, not ranked 20th, 6-4, Division I girls basketball. I'm trying to.
So
Go ahead,
so
sir.
they're like, so that really, throws a wrench into the rankings. But have you guys found any teams that you think should make the playoffs that are getting snubbed right now too?
Yep, I can continue on. Thank you. I can continue on. Revere, and I know this is a North Shore team. Revere, 12-5. Medfield, they're ranked 49th, 13-3. It's a tragedy. I already said Revere, right? Beverly, ranked 34, so they're 2 games, hypothetically, they're 2 games out. 9-4. Then you go up, here you go, and again, no disrespect to any of the schools, but your record is your record. Concord Carlisle, ranked, they would play the preliminary round out of the field of 32. I believe it's going to be preliminary round. Concord Carlisle, 6-7. King Philip Regional, 6-7. Okay, that's one. Braintree, you have Braintree out of the Bay State, 6-7. Malden Catholic, 8-7. Who else we have? No, we already talked about.
I got to offer a quick correction here, though. I understand that that's where they are in the rankings, but the MIA has it so that if you're not 500 and there's teams below you in the rankings that are 500, they get a preliminary game, and those teams with the losing record don't, which I actually agree with.
I believe that might be incorrect because if you look at the past bracket under the tournament,
This is the case when there are winning teams. It's obviously different in some of the sports where you have a lot of teams with losing records, but they don't keep winning teams out of the playoffs.
that's not true because in football last year, Bristol, and I know
That's a different sport, Dominic.
It is a different sport, but your winning loss record is your winning loss record. Sir, how would you feel if your team was 10-0 and you got bumped? Say again.
That wouldn't happen. That's never happened.
Say that again.
That has never happened.
You never seen it. You never seen a you never.
team that has gone undefeated has never missed the playoffs.
All right, let's look at West Bridgewater in football last year.
West Bridgewater lost a game and they played a crap schedule.
But why should they be penalized according to this rankings?
They lose in the first round every year. We all know what would have happened. They would have got their butts whooped.
Well, that's the same thing you would say with Dartmouth, and that's the same thing you would say with Dartmouth in the first round. When Dartmouth wins the first round, they're 12-1, and technically by male enrollment, they're supposed to be in the Southeast Conference, and then they get bounced down to Division II, win one game, and get tossed in the second round.
Yeah, they should be in Division I. Look at their male enrollment; it's massive.
Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly my point.
So I think we're all in agreement here.
We are in agreement. I just believe you should not penalize.
What I like about the Dartmouth Indians is that they have the guts to not change their mascot.
That's true. They're sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the West Bridgewater Wildcats should get penalized for going 9-1 just because their schedule is their schedule.
Go 9-1. There's not 9. You're talking before the playoffs or before those non-playoff games. We can't give them credit for winning against non-playoff teams.
No. I'm talking about the way they finished in the regular season. I'm going to correct myself.
Yeah, but they played teams that didn't make the playoffs in Division 8. Of course they're going to win.
But that's my point. That's my point. You should not. You should not be penalized if you win. Say hypothetically, well now we play 10 games. Let's say you go 7-0 or 6-1, and you dominate. And then one of the rules that were in their equation were points for. If you're dominating your schedule, why should you get penalized and not get invited?
Well, they lost a game. You have to consider that. And it's not like teams with losing records made the playoffs in their division, in that specific conference.
You can't help it that Southeastern. You can't help it that Southeastern's young. All right, we got to step away. I'm sorry. We got to go to a break, but I appreciate the call.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, thank you, sir.
Charlton, it's coming in crystal clear. Peace.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. Well,
We'll step away from here. You've been listening to 40 Sports Talk, WARA 1320 AM. We'll be right back.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station 1320 AM Attleboro. I'm going to continue going over girls' basketball results. Can I get my music back?
Of course, you can get your music. Here we go.
Now, where was I? I have to remember.
It's all my fault.
No, it's my fault because I pointed out
That's okay.
that
No,
it was happening.
It was good, interesting to listen to. That was fun.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I start over. I was at the beginning anyway.
That's fine.
So,
That's
Just
all right.
reset.
So
All right.
just tell them what you're doing. You're doing
All
a
right,
recap of
yeah.
girls basketball.
Yeah. Okay, so Framingham 44, Natick 29. Allie Regan 14 points, 7 steals, 7 rebounds, and Stephanie Regan 13 points, 10 rebounds lifted the Flyers 9-5 to a Bay State Conference win. Weymouth 54, Needham 49. Megan Doyle fired in 28 points, and Callie Flynn had 14 for the most Wildcats, 11-4 in the Bay State Conference win. St. John Paul II 47, Martha's Vineyard 23. Devin Crawford tallied a game-high 17 points as the Lions 12-4 secured a Cape and Islands League win. And Bishop Freeham 56, Arlington Catholic 27. Maddie Steele tallied a game-high 17-point. Charlotte Adams Lopez notched 13 points, and Julia Webster added 11 points as the number 2 Shamrocks 13-2 secured a Catholic Central League win.
Is that it? That's
Yep,
the
that's
wrap? All right, I'll continue on. I'll finish up here. We also have girls. St. Mary's took on Archbishop Williams, and they came out 69-40. Bella Woomy had 19 points. AJ Hyacinthi, sorry about that, 13 points. Lily Norton had 11 points. And Reese Metella had 10 and carried the number 5 Spartans 15-4 to a Catholic Central League win. We have Oliver Ames and Stoughton, the Hockomock. Oliver Ames came out 71-47. Avery Gamble scored a team-high 23 points, and Sarah Hillard added 15 to lift the number 8 Tigers 11-3 to a Hockomock League win. I had to call a game between Taunton and Oliver Ames, and they're both the Tigers, so just going back and forth between those two. I can't just say the Tigers.
Oh, that's when you got to use.
Yeah, you got to use the name.
The name, exactly.
Yeah, that was it. Moving on to Foxborough beats Mansfield 50-41. Cameron Collins tallied 16 points, and Kaylee Sullivan notched 15 as the number 1 Warriors 14-1 earned a Hockomock League win at Mansfield. Pembroke took on North Quincy. They came out a close one, 70-66. Alyssa Marcella poured in 31 points. Caroline Velasco tallied 13, and Faye D'Angelo added 9 as the Titans secured a Patriot League win. And wrapping up, Whitman Hansen beat Hingham 59-50. Sophomores Jenna Michaud and Dylan Hurley led the way with 18 points each, lifting the Panthers to a Patriot League win.
There you go. All right, so I want to thank that caller for calling in. I know him and I went back and forth a little bit, and we basically were kind of saying the same thing, but at the same time, I just wanted to make my point out there that my first thing I'm looking at is your record. Now, so if you go to the MIAA, it says average a margin of victory, capped plus or minus 10 points for any one game. Then it goes, this is how they rate it. Opponent rating, average of the team's opponents, overall rating, so you basically, whatever they got. Rating, team overall ratings is under ratings, their percentage point, whatever, you know what I mean. Team's overall rating, average margin, plus opponent's rating. So, let's go Division I. And I'm trying not going to raise my voice, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. This is going to irritate me. You ready, Sportsmaster?
Sir, bring it on.
All right, get the fire extinguisher. You might have to hit it on me. All right, so right now, if we were to start today, now some of these I agree with, Maddie. I don't know if I'm just going to let you know. Stop me if something catches your attention. I'll say it again just in case, reiterate it. Mm-hmm. Catholic Memorial is right now 13-1. Number 2, Lowell, remember the first 32, if I remember right, the first 32, we'll do our high school roundup anyway when the playoffs start. Lowell, 11-3. North High, 14-0. Why ain't they number 1?
Mm-hmm.
My first
losses.
No losses. Number 4, North Andover, 10-3. Again, power ratings, strength of schedule. But you know what? North High beat everybody, didn't they? Everybody you put in front of them.
Yep.
Lawrence, 11-4. Here's another one. Franklin. Why ain't they number 2? Franklin plays out a very tough, and Franklin is one of those towns that will play tough teams out of schedules, just like a lot of the other teams, because it's this power ranking crap. Number 7, Central Catholic, 8-4. Number 7,
That's a little
right? Andover, 11-3. BC High, 8-5. Severian Brothers is the top 10, 9-5. Here's another one for you. They always compete. Number 11, Springfield Central, 11-3. Needham, Bay State, right? 8-4. Here's another one. This is North Shore. Number 13, Waltham, 11-1. Why ain't they number 3? Natick, 10-3. Why ain't they number 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Newton North, 7-3, and the 15th spot, Division 1. Cambridge Ridge and Latin, 11-2. That's a number 2 team. That's number 3 seed, 5 or 6 seed, right? Something like that. Pettenham Votech, 8-4, 17. Methuen, 7-6. Here we go. You're gonna love this. You sitting down? Okay, good.
Yep.
St. John's.
Hold me back.
Right? St. John's. Listen to this, Sportsmaster. St. John's, number 19, 4-10. Right? Braintree, 8-5. Shrewsbury, 9-4. Lincoln Sudbury. I'm gonna go right to 32. Lincoln Sudbury, 9-4. Weymouth, 10-5. Why ain't they 7? They're 8, right? Well, I'll say 10 or 11 off the top of my head. I'm getting flushed. Here's a couple more tragedies for you. Taunton, 11-4. Why ain't they 12 or 13?
No idea. That's
Right?
suspicious.
Right? St. John's Prep. You sitting down? 4-10. Arlington, 11-2. There's another possible 4 or 5 spot. Attleboro, 9-5. That could be in the 16th and 17th spot, right? Oh, it gets better. I'm glad you're sitting down, Sportsmaster. 28, 5-9. King Philip, 8-7. Okay, they should be down. They're right where they should be.
That seems
29.
about right, yeah.
Right. Peabody, 13-2, and they're 30th. Westford Academy, 7-6. Topping it off, Ling English, 11-3. And I already kind of mumbled through what these abbreviations mean for average, a margin, opponent's rating, and rating. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
Those few that are, who are the teams that were 4-10?
4
There's
and
a couple
10.
of those, yeah.
Yep, St. John's Prep, 25. They're 4-10. I just had another one. You're right.
That one's a little far back, I think.
Yep. Give me a second. I'm sorry. St. John's was 25. Haverhill was 20. I was 5-9 at 28. I already said St. John's 19. There was another one. You're right. I missed it. I just went by it. Methuen 7-6 at 18. They should be way down.
I don't know. Just because you look at it and it initially, when you're just going down the standings, you think, best to worst record. But then
Right. Some type of and like my point was with the the West Bridgewater analogy. I was trying to make my point to the caller. About them going 7-1. You went 7-1, right?
Yeah.
You're going to play schools your size, if not big, and they always do. So now you're going to penalize them. You're not going to give them a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Like, what else can you do?
Exactly. I got better ones for you. Right now, we're out of the 32. This is still Division One boys. Boys, you're going to love this, Sportsmaster. Number 37. They would not be invited, right? If I remember right, field of 32. Everett 10-4. Barnstable, number 47, 9-4. Then you have Winchester, Boston Latin, Bishop Fien should be out there 5-7. Let me see. There was another one I wanted to tell you too. Everett, I mentioned to you. Durfee 7-6. They're borderline. Brockton definitely doesn't belong. I mean, as much as I love Brockton, they're 4-10. So that's just a little bit of division. Isn't that awful?
Yeah, it's just, I don't even know what you can say to that. It's just like you can.
We can say whatever we
I,
want.
I think the answer to your why question is stupidity.
Right?
It's just not fair.
We're doing good. Can I continue on?
How
are we looking?
Well, we can take. We'll take a break here.
Okay, then we'll finish up.
You've been listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk, WARA 1320 AM. We'll continue on after this break. Final segment.
regular sports radio.
No, we're the real deal here. And you're listening to 40 Sports Talk, WARA 1320. We are back from break. Last segment here. Matt Clayman on the board, Justin Ferrer, the sports master, and Dominic Damiano is back. We've been, airing it out here about the MIA power rankings. There's no other way to put it, but
Yep.
yeah. Dom, you can continue on.
All
what
right.
you were saying.
So Division 2.
Yeah.
If you want to call in, 508-222-1320. That was a great call, by the way. Malden Catholic, 7-7. You sitting down for that 7-7 that's number one. Sportsmaster. A Leominster,
What?
7-7. I swear to God, I
Doesn't
can't
make
make
any
this
sense.
up. Leominster, 12-2. Bishop Pope Francis, 11-2. Somerset Berkeley Regional, 12-1. Hopkinton, 11-2. Westwood, 13-2. Neshoba Valley, 11-3. Shepherd Hill Regional, 12-3. It gets interesting now. Sharon, 8-5 at 9. Oh boy. Chicopee Comp, 12-3. Mansfield, 10-4. Westboro, 10-2. Bedford, 10-2. Holyoke, 9-6. Stoughton, 8-6. Burlington, 10-5. Agawam, 10-4. Doherty Memorial, 7-6. You should not be an 18th seed. 19's Norwood, 10-4. Canton, 9-5. Dartmouth, 8-5. Grafton, 11-4. 23 Milford, 7-6. Minichug, 9-5. Situate, 13-3. Situate should be in the top 10.
Yep.
Northampton, 8-7. Tewksbury should not be in the field of 32, unfortunately. Sorry, Tewksbury. Reading Memorial, 11-4. They should be in the top 10. Pittsburgh shouldn't be in at 6-6. Amherst, Pelham Regional, 7-7. You should be out. 8-5 is Burncoat. And 5-8 is Walpole, the Rebels. Now, here we go. Listen to this. 13, number 33, Whitman Hanson, 12. You know what they're going to do with Whitman Hanson? I think what they'll probably do is they're 12-2. They won. We already said it on the radio. We announced it. They won their conference, 12-2, but they're ranked 33.
It's crazy.
I'm not going to go. I'm just going to go through some of the schedule, some of the rest of them that just stand out. We already said Whitman Hanson. They should be in the top 15, if not the top 10. Other winning records. Middleborough, 44, right? They're 8-4, ranked 44. You should be in the top. You should be in the top field of 32, somewhere up there. And that's it. Oh, Wakefield Memorial, 7-5. Melrose, 9-5. And Marblehead, 8-3. And Wakefield, I already said Wakefield Memorial again, 7-5. That is your Division 2.
I mean,
your thoughts?
it's just hard to believe that just like some of those teams that obviously don't have good records can just barely even push through. You don't even have to be 500 and you can be in the tournament.
Well, it goes by. I'm going to use my sarcastic voice. Ready? It goes by strength of schedule, and then it goes by points for, points against, and we got a margin to prove.
All the analytics, yeah.
Analytics. All right, so now I'm gonna reverse psychology on you guys, right? And don't yell at me, Sportsmaster.
I won't.
Now I'm going to tell you who is not in. Mm-hmm. These are the teams that are not in the field of 32 as of right now. Montechester Regional Voc, 13-2. Greater Lawrence is Division 3, 9-5. Swampscott, 8-6. Not in. Boston Latin Academy, 10-4. They're not in. Worcester Tech, 11-2. They're not in. Unless they throw them in again, we could be reading the schedules in March, and they could be a preliminary, guys. But right now, from what I understand, they're not in.
We got a show to do today. Yeah.
Right? Linfield, 10-4. Now, those are the teams that are not in. These are the teams that are in. And I'll read it from top to bottom. Taconic, 10-4. Pittsfield, 9-4. Charleston, 11-1. Old Rochester Regional, 11-4. Norwell, 14-1. That should be your number one team right there. Medfield, 10-3. Apponequet Regional, 8-4. Martha's Vineyard Regional, 11-3. Midway, 7-7. They should be somewhere in the 32, trying to get in. Newburyport, 13-2. Oakmont, 8-5. East Boston, 9-4. Dover Sherborne, 8-7. Groton, Dunstable, 4-10 in their number 15.
Wow.
St. Mary's, 10-5. Watertown, 7-6. Dighton Rehoboth, 6-8. They're ranked 18th. Abington 10-5, Salem 8-4, Hudson 8-7, Pembroke 8-5, Dennis Shamoth 6-8, and then you have Shrewsbury Valley Tech and Weston 9-4, Belchertown 7-7, Springfield International Charter 5-9, St. Paul Diocese 6-6, Foxborough 4-11. Bellingham 6-9. East Bridgewater should be in the top 15 or the top 20 at 9-5, and Nitimuck Regional at 10-4. This just aggravates me as a kid. Just aggravates.
Well, I don't care what the strength of schedule is. You should not be able to go 4-11 and still make the tournament over half these teams.
How can and again points for like you said, strength of schedule. What do you think about that, Sportsmaster?
I'm just lost. I'm just like, I don't get it.
You think it's almost like I'm making this up?
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. Like I'm just throwing these numbers out at you. But this is legit. So here's Division 4. How we doing?
No,
we good?
Yeah, we're good.
No, it's not. No, it's not that you're making it up. It's like I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm just having a hard time believing it.
It almost sounds like you just randomly assigned all these teams into the standings.
Oh, it gets better.
Here's Division.
Here's Division 4. It gets better. Wareham 12-3, legit top 10 team. Monument Mountain 14-0. There's your number. Now this is what you should do. And I'm gonna so top 10 right now. You have three undefeated teams. Monument Mountain at 14-0. Manchester Essex at 14-0. And you have Manamoid School at 9-0. Possible top 5 right there. Now you go points for, points against, right? Mm-hmm. Or your strength of schedule. The strength of schedule is a joke, because anytime anybody could be good one year and stink the second year. Yeah. Then you have Bourne legit 13-1, Clinton 12-1, Millbury 10-5. We already talked about Manchester. Burke 9-3, Linvolt Tech 10-2. Wakano Regional 7-6. You should be in the field at the end of the 28 spot. Oh boy, Nantucket 10-6, South Hadley 8-5, Georgetown 11-4. They should be in the top 10. Greenfield 9-4, Blue Hills Regional, again size of school. Blue Hills Regional 13-1. If that's the case, you should be in the top 10 in Division 4. Twinsboro 8-7. You should be below. New Heights. Now this is stupid because New Heights Charter is only reporting 7 games, unless maybe they played 7 games. I don't know, but. Again, maybe they didn't report it all to the MIA should know what they have. Joseph Case, who's playing Bristol Plymouth tonight at home. It's tipping off at 6:30. 7-6. Uxbridge 9-5. Lindbergh 8-5. Manamoid School 9-0. We were talking about them. Carver 8-5. Monomoy 10-4. You should be in the top 10. Millis, you shouldn't be in it. 5-9. Right. Frontier Regional 6-6. Northbridge 6-7. Cathedral 5-7. They beat Cardinal Spellman last night. Littleton 6-8, Southwick Regional 7-5. Gardner shouldn't be in. Sutton shouldn't be in. Well, Gardner should be in at 9-4. Sutton shouldn't be in at 6-7, and then Erie Shirley at 11-3. They should be in the 11-3. Should be in the top 15.
Either way, the orders are wrong. So,
right?
So I mean,
isn't that here we go. Here's we talked about some of the teams. Now this is West Bridgewater's 3-13. They should be in the 60, 50 range.
Yeah.
They got them ranked at 33. That's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
I shook my
head. Your mannerisms are saving me from doing it. All right, so that's top 5. We're doing, do I have time to do Division 5? We're running out of time, right?
You can wrap this up, though.
Yeah,
right.
we got
Damn it. This is boys. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Here's boys Division 5, right?
This almost like makes me want to cringe.
Right? Right? Hosig Valley, Division 5, 11-2. That's legit. Maynard 8-4, Drury 10-2, Pioneer Valley Regional 9-4, Mayor Regional 11-5, 11-3. And everyone's like, "Hey Dom, you guys are on South Shore. Why are you reading that?" Because they're all competing in the same tournament now.
Yeah, once you're in the playoffs, it all goes together.
Right. There's no more South Shore. South Shore. You know what I mean. New Mission 9-5, Granbury 12-3. John J. Duggan Academy, 14-0. We have no idea who they are. We don't know what they think. But guess what? They're undefeated. They beat everybody. They punched everybody in the face that they had to get 14-0. Douglas, 9-5. Monson, 11-4. Holbrook, 10-4. Hopedale, 7-7. You shouldn't be in. Anathol 11-1, Weir 7-6. You shouldn't be in. Palmer should be down at 8-6. Rockport 10-5. Here's a good one for you. English High 5-10.
Wow.
Southbridge 7-7.
That's, yeah.
Right? Mount Everett Regional 10-4. You should be in the top 10. Tinnahunt Regional 9-4. Old Colony Regional 14-1. You should be in the top 5. New Bedford House 12-5. Edward M. Kennedy Academy 10-5. McCain Tech and Avon, one's 10-4, one's 14-2. Avon should be up there. Hopkinton Academy 4-10. You should not be in the field of 26. Innovation Academy Charter 9-5. Here we go. Boston Prep Charter 5-7. Westport 5-8. Kef Tech 7-6. Smith Academy 8-6, and Bartlett 6-9. And how we doing? That's it. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
for
about
letting me ramble, everybody. Therapy's working.
This is a therapy session, weekly therapy session here. Well, that's going to do it here on 4 Deep Sports Talk. Thank you for listening on this Freeform Friday, WARA 1320 AM.
Freeform Saturday.
Freeform Saturday.
I'm rubbing off on you.
We'll be back next week, but for now, we will see you then.